welcome to this edition of Tee It Up Grand Strand. I'm your host, Shan Coughlin, and here today with Mr. Brad Walker from Cape Fear National up at Brunswick Forest. Welcome, Brad, to the show.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Well, good. So I'm excited to talk to you because Cape Fear National is the newest course to be built, not only in the Wilmington area, but along the Grand Strand. Mm-hmm. So you guys are rocking and rolling up there. It's in great shape from what I've seen. How has it been going?
It's going well. We are technically on the Grand Strand. We're north, so we like to tell people, come grab us on the way in or out to Myrtle Beach proper. But it is, I think, the newest course in the area. There was a redesign of Bald Head Island by Tim Caton. He was actually our course designer as well. So the redesign may have been just after we opened or around the same time we opened, but it is the newest one, opened in a soft opening in 2009 in the late fall. But practically speaking, we had our grand opening April of 2010. So. Wow.
So really the baby along the Grand Strand and Wilmington area. I mean, how far is it from Wilmington proper?
Well, I just drove it this morning, so if you don't get lost, it's about 55 minutes or so.
Okay. So directly between, because I think the last time I rode up there, about 45 minutes from Myrtle Beach proper, so not far at all.
It's a straight shot too. That's why we tell people, if you're coming in to play Myrtle Beach, usually when people get here, they want to stay put because there's a buffet of golf around. But catch us on the way in or out. We're the newest one. Give us a try. Most people haven't tried us yet. So
exactly. And once you get out there, you will see there are some beautiful vistas. I know you drive through that gorgeous housing community to get there. But once you're out there, I mean, it's really pretty back there. It's like a sanctuary.
It is. It kind of has a resort type feel. The convenient part of it is it's right off of Highway 17, so it's easy to get to, but once it's actually 3 miles back off the highway. So once you turn into Brunswick Forest, which is the community where we're located in, it's a good 3 miles back. So when you finally get back there, it does feel like a resort.
Well, let's tell folks about the course itself, because that's what they're listening and that's what they want to hear about. So once you do get back there, the clubhouse is gorgeous, perfect for events. But once you get out on the course, tell everyone a little bit about the design, the type of grass they'll be playing. What can they look forward to out there?
The nice thing is, in terms of our greens, we still have bent grass greens. It's an A1, A4 bent, so it's more of a heat tolerant, strand of bent. But the fairways are Tifway 419 Bermuda, and then so are the roughs. We do overseed during the winter, so I think now we're about 95% Bermuda. Some of the rye is still there, but it's very lush to hit off of. And then there's a little bit of zoysia grass around the bunkers. The sand that in our bunkers is the same sand they use. I think it's SB 55, the same kind of sand they use in Augusta.
Wow, okay.
So, I mean, I can't, of course I'm going to say this because I'm the marketing guy, but I can't say enough about the aesthetics of the course. You really feel like you're in a sanctuary out there. It's just a great place to play.
Yeah, I noticed that driving in, when I came through there and got to look at the few holes right there around the clubhouse. Can't wait to play it, by the way, and we'll be definitely giving you some firsthand knowledge of the course once we get out there to play. We've been talking a lot about sand recently, and it's not because we're in it a lot. I mean, that's one reason, but we like the beach and the sand, but one of our other courses has been redoing their sand bunkers. I never really knew there was so much difference in the sand. And then you even mentioned the type. You knew the name of it. Is it like a thick sand, or is it a coarse sand, or is it a thin? Or what makes it different?
The sand for us, the SB 55 that I referred to in the bunkers, those are more green side. We do have some. We have a lot of waste bunkers on our golf course. That's one thing unique you may notice is on several holes, the bunker is actually the cart path. So those are waste bunkers. You drive to the bunker, you can ground your club, and that's more of a rough sand, easier to hit out of.
But the ones around the greens themselves,
they're fluffy. They're very fluffy.
A little fluffy. Okay. So, and again, typical of what you see at Augusta then, like you mentioned. So with the waste bunkers, I also know there's a little bit of water out there.
Well, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. But obviously it comes into play on several holes, but also beautiful. Do y'all have a lot of wildlife?
We do. You'll see it all.
Okay.
Don't spend a lot of time looking for your balls.
You may encounter some wildlife,
you may
right?
find some of my old golf balls out there, but you also may find a few wiggly snakes. Or we do have some alligators, but they aren't huge. They're more, the 5-6 footers.
So more fun to look at. You don't have to worry so much about.
I would think so. We've gotten some pretty cool pictures of some alligators out there, but all types of birds. One thing to mention about our course is it is within a real estate development, but a lot of the homes have course views that are not on top of the golf course.
Okay.
And, the golf course ultimately is there just for your viewers and listeners to know to sell real estate like any other development. But the good thing about that is we maintain it like a private course. It's there for a sales tool, so the outside golfers benefit because they're essentially playing on a privately maintained course, but it's public.
And that is a little different. So I'm glad you mentioned that, and that's probably one of the reasons y'all are able to do things a little bit differently. But I'm just, like I said, when I was out there, I just noticed it was so lush and so green. We do get a lot of questions about, where do we recommend? And when we do recommend a course that's a little bit further out, the biggest question we get is why.
Sure.
So I'm glad you answered that question. I mean, if you're coming in, especially with a more heat-resistant green, bent grass green, folks don't get to play a lot of those around here.
Right.
Most people have switched over to Bermuda. So to be able to have that experience and it be in fantastic shape, even in the middle of summer, I mean, what a great feat. We should probably give a shout out to your superintendent.
I think Paul Hughes and his staff, they do a fantastic job. I can't say enough about the conditioning. I've been out on property even before they opened, kind of helped them open it from a marketing standpoint. And I've played it several times a week in the afternoon, late in the day. I've never seen it in bad shape. And
that's awesome.
We just had a meeting yesterday with some of our residents, and they were making comments like they've never seen it bad, but they've never seen it as in good of a shape as it is right now.
Right.
So it's maturing nicely, and it certainly wouldn't be a letdown if anyone wanted to stop in on the way in or out. It would be a nice treat.
Perfect. All right. Well, let's give the folks, again, the location. Let's give them the address. We'll give them the website.
Okay.
And then let's talk about some of the specials you have going on.
Okay.
We've got the website at capefearnational.com, nice and short. Go ahead and give them the address and phone number.
The address is 1281 Cape Fear National Drive. That's Leland, North Carolina, 28451. And then the phone number is 910-383-3283.
All right, not too hard to remember, 910-383-3283. For those folks making their way down for the summer, if they want to stop in, like you said, on the way in or out of town, if you're heading up 17, or if you're in town and just want an excursion for the day, what kind of specials do y'all have going on right now?
We have usually if you book, if you're kind of doing a last minute trip and you book within 7 days, you can get a better rate. All of our rates are posted online, and we do run an occasional specials. If you go on our website and join our e-club, we do ongoing promotions.
Perfect.
A lot. So you may get included on that and receive our newsletters just to see what's going on.
And so I've just clicked on it. It's very easy to find. Again, capefearnational.com. Went to rates and specials. It looks like before 11 o'clock. Very reasonable out there at $55. That includes the cart. After 4 o'clock, we've been talking a lot about Twilight. You can still get 18 holes in here.
Sure.
After 4 o'clock, down to $40. That's fantastic. And again, there's all sorts of other specials. Let's talk a little bit about the CF player card.
Right. That's... And the $55 rate you mentioned would be a local rate if you're local to the area. If someone outside that area could still pay, under $100 to play.
Right.
And the Cape Fear Player Card is more of is kind of a local driven outreach as well.
Perfect.
Basically, folks can join a club, buy into a better rate.
Got it.
And kind of join that club. If they play us more than a few times a year, it really makes sense for them. But
Okay, I do see that you've got it separated out between the locals and those. Of course, you want to give your the folks that live right around the course,
Sure.
a little preferential treatment. That's completely understandable.
If you play with a local though, you do get the local rate. So
Perfect.
time to make some friends in Leland and Wilmington, Myrtle Beach.
Absolutely. If you completely walk in off the street or make your tee time ahead of time, rate right now is $100. Still very reasonable for the type of golf you're going to be playing and for the condition that it's in, certainly. Contact your local package provider, too, to make sure you include it on your next golf package. Those rates do fluctuate based on the time of year you'll be in.
Yeah, I would say if you're making a trip to the Myrtle Beach area, the best way to get a good rate is include us in a package.
Absolutely.
East Coast Golf Management comes to mind, but there's several package providers in this area.
Yes, and East Coast Golf Management has that great Platinum card out there as well, and y'all participate with that program.
We do. That's a great program. You can save money that way as well.
So for more information, folks, you can click on the Cape Fear National banner right here at thegolfdirector.com on the right-hand side to get information on that Platinum card. They also have a banner on our site right here at thegolfdirector.com. Check into those for your best rates. Contact Dave Walker here, and you can message him if you're looking for some packages, especially coming up. Fall is around the corner, and we know many of you are starting to get your groups together. So definitely include, or at least look at including Cape Fear National on that next trip. So, Brad, I want to thank you for coming in. I'm going to look forward to this. We are welcoming Cape Fear National to our platform. This is Brad's first interview with us, but we are looking forward to many more, and we will be bringing you lots of information about Cape Fear National, their specials, their events, and what you can look forward to when you go and play.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're welcome. This edition of Tee It Up Grand Strand has been produced and broadcast by Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com.